Hey everybody, welcome back to our coverage at the Origin Summer Preview 2016. I am sitting here with Ryan from Cryptozoic. We are taking a look at a very strange looking box, but within it is a game called Rick and Morty Mr. Meeseeks Box O' Fun. What is this, and am I allowed to touch it?
You are allowed to touch it. This is a game of dice and dares. You're good. So for fans of the brand, they will immediately recognize this. Similar to our other Rick and Morty game we're releasing, this is based on an episode of the show that is far and away one of the fans' favorite episodes that they have aired in their couple seasons.
Okay, cool.
The concept here is that Rick, the mad scientist grandfather of the family, is trying to assist the rest of the family with mundane tasks like opening a jar of mayonnaise or get 2 strokes off my golf game, or I want to be a more complete woman. You know, simple things like that.
Okay.
And so to do so, he hands them this Meeseeks box and says, you press the button, and out pops Mr. Meeseeks. Hey, look at me, I'm Mr. Meeseeks. I'm here to solve you with your problem, or help you with your problem. And so he does so. He helps them solve their problem, and he disappears. And that's their purpose in life. Well, when they fail to do so, chaos kind of ensues because Mr. Meeseeks turns to the Meeseeks box to get Meeseeks to help himself, to help Jerry, and that Meeseeks gets more Meeseeks, and it spirals out of control until madness is,
That's
everywhere.
what happens.
So that's kind of the premise of the game and the episode. So again, getting back to the game specifically, we're emulating that in a kind of party game with some fun dice elements. So you have at the start of the game a objective card that you're going to draw. For example, take 2 strokes off my golf game, or do my taxes, or get me a raise, all kinds of stuff like that.
Okay.
And I'll put out up front, this is definitely an 18 or older sensibility game. There's some other stuff that we've not shown that is definitely a little more risque. Not for children, this game. But for example, these are going to tell you which type of dice you're going to need. So to get 2 strokes off your golf game, you need to roll 5 6s. You got to get all of them to be the same. You roll 5 dice on your turn, and you get as much as you can. If you don't have any, or you haven't completed your task, you're going to then draw Mr. Meeseeks cards to help you solve the task. So it's going to provide you with a 6, or it's going to provide you with the option to re-roll certain numbers, or whatever other functions they may serve.
All right.
A lot of the Meeseeks, however, will also force you to draw additional Meeseeks, which is going to be great because it theoretically will help you solve your problem and get your victory points earlier, which every time you complete one, you get the points that are shown.
Okay.
But at the end of your turn, after you've exhausted all your Meeseeks, if you still have not completed your objective, you then have to draw from the Dare deck. The Dare deck is a whole bunch of crazy activities that you'll be doing, some of which are very thematic and very memorable types of things from the show, and some are definitely just very risque, again, adult sensibility, and sense of humor type of stuff. For example, we pulled a few out here. For 30 seconds, tell another player what your lives are like in an alternate reality where he or she is your spouse. So just like the alternate reality television shows they watch all the time. For 30 seconds, describe the time you were mentally scarred as a Boy Scout at Christmas. A little weird. Take 30 seconds to reenact the movie Titanic. All of it. Go. Or, for example, to give you
a little bit risque.
A taste of how much
like
further it might start to go. Tip of the iceberg here, I assure you.
I've seen some of these that I cannot unsee.
For 30 seconds, tell us about your first sexual experience. So that's, like Z said, just a tip of some of the things you'll have to do. Now, it's not just for the shock value. You do get victory points if you complete your dare. If you just opt out, well, you're leaving money on the table there. So, so there's some incentive to do that. This guy's coming out later this year. One of the really fun things about this as well is obviously the packaging stands out. For the fans of the show that know that when you hit the button and Mr. Meeseeks pops out, they'll want to know that when you press the button here, it is functional, so to speak, in that there is audio built into the box, so you will get dialogue from the show. So it's a fun prop in addition to being a great little party game to go for the fans if they want to cosplay Rick Sanchez, walk around a con, and have your own Meeseeks box. This is the way to do it. So,
nice, very cool. How many people can play this? Up to how many?
This is going to be 2 to 6 players. Almost forgot there for a second. So 2 to 6 players, again, 18 and older age group. This will be out in August, a $40 MSRP. So,
okay, cool.
There you go.
For fans of the show, definitely, I think, something to look forward to. Or if you want just a risque party game.
After hours party game, sure.
This
could be the one for you.
There you go. All right. Cool. Well, thanks for showing it to us.
Absolutely.
Appreciate it.
My
Good
pleasure.
talking to you.
Yep.
And that, everybody, is Rick and Morty, Mr. Meeseeks, Box O' Fun. See ya.